Welcome to another video here by the Vancouver Tokyo Man. And in this video today, I'm always interested in the prices and of things. And I we have a very simple family. We live here in downtown Vancouver, and in my life, I've always been a very good shopper. And I just wanted to make a video for people who might want to come to Vancouver to look at what the prices are here in early June of 2024. Now, there are all kinds of grocery stores in Vancouver, but our family, like I said, we're pretty good shoppers, and we go to this store. This is our number one store. We would go to several stores, but like anyone else would, but this is our main store, and this store is called No Frills. And this particular one, there's one down in downtown Vancouver, and I go to that one as well. But I also go over to the gym in Kitsilano. I should tell you that the Vancouver community center gyms are $60 a month, and they're if you like to go to the gym every day or a few days a week, it's quite a good deal. And I go there, and on the way home, I always stop by the grocery store. I used to work at Denny's, and I had a very manager that I didn't really like there. His name was Philip, but he always told me to be a two-way waiter. So just in life, I've always been a person. If I'm going somewhere, I always try to make sure I'm completing a job on if I go there or on the way back, I make sure I'm completing a job. So to come home empty-handed is really foolish to me. Anyhow, what I thought I'd do here in this video is we just look at some of the prices here as of early June 2024, and it's my sort of opinion or prognostication. Well, I'll just stick with the word opinion, I guess, that this inflation is nowhere near over. So this is going to be a series where we can monitor prices and see if there is inflation in sort of key items that we would the regular people would get every day. So I took some pictures when I was down at the supermarket today, and from those pictures we can look at the prices and talk about the prices. And I'm just going to go to that screen right now. Okay, here is the entrance of this again is the No Frills at 4th, I think, on 4th Avenue, just east of Burrard Street, and that's where you go in. Okay, and you come in. It's a smaller supermarket, but everything is well stocked. And one of the good things about a smaller supermarket is they only really keep the basics. Now, this is the self-serve checkout area, and I never go there because I'm an older person. There's a self-serve checkout. I go to the regular checkout. Anyway, here in this section, we see that there was some whole wheat flour for, I guess that looked like a 2-kilogram bag for $3.77, and the baking powder is $7.49. I just moved to Canada from 30 years in Japan, and in some ways I don't really know the pre sort of pandemic sort of pricing, but I imagine that baking powder must be up. That must have been a lot cheaper than it is right now. I can imagine that's probably even doubled. We'll go to the next slide. This is really tremendously expensive. You see the small pack of raisins there for like $4.29, and the lower one there for $16.49. Even I wouldn't like. I'm a person that likes to do bulk shopping, but like to pick up these kind of amount of raisins for $16.49, like I wouldn't do it. I'd be like apt to get the raisins, and if I needed raisins for a recipe, I would just get the small one. So I guess in some ways I've sort of cut raisins out of my life, but not totally. If we had a special recipe or something like that we needed some raisins, we would go get it. But like to spend $16 on raisins, we just wouldn't do. The next one here, my wife and I moved over to instant coffee, but traditionally, like we have a really neat relationship. We love our coffee together. Even when I came home, my wife had some of her coffee left over, and I really like the way she mixes her coffee. This is the cheapest one that you can find at No Frills, and you see here for I think it's I don't know, it's the standard. I think it's a 2 kilograms or probably 900 gram size. Let me just grab 900 gram size. Now here it's $9.99, but you will find this on sale every second week. You would find that for $7.99, for example. And then when it's on sale, I would probably not bought this today, and I would wait for the sale that would come up, and then you could get it for $7.99 at 1.2. But this is the cheapest one there. And then from here, you'll see in this video, like I'm doing lowest common denominator stuff. And then from here, you can go up even into $25 or $30. And certainly if you go down in through to the Whole Foods, which we would really never, ever shop at, you can even go higher than that, I guess. I don't know. We just wouldn't shop there. Yogurt here. Seasonally, the yogurt right here, that's $3.19. I was getting this other green brand recently called Activa, and then I would generally, a lot of these yogurt brands here have like a two for one sale, but of recent they're not doing this 2 for 1, and just the regular larger size yogurt of whatever variety you'd like is $3.19 today. And then you see here the other competitive brand, Foremost. I think their product is also $3.19. I find the Canadian yogurt, after so many years in Japan, I find the flavored yogurts much too sweet. So so would the rest of our family. So we would just get the plain one. And I like to get the one that has the most flavor for the plain, which is, I guess, the homogenized one. Not, I think the ones that are here in blue and green are the 3% and the 2%. I would just generally get the red one. But again, I find the this vanilla one, I got it one time and I thought it would be interesting, but I found it much too sweet for my palate. This is sort of a staple item that we would get, and this is the grated mozzarella. The reason we get the grated mozzarella is I think I have two minds on it. I'm not sure that eating too much cheese is really good for your body to have too much cheese. So then if you have it already cut up, you'd take a smaller portion and you'd sprinkle it around, and it's just easier to use. And my wife likes it as well, so we'd get that. And I would have a lot of eggs. It's one of the, I think the pictures, the important slide I didn't take today was the price of eggs. And I know for a dozen eggs is $4.12. Go to the next slide here. Is that it for that one there? Okay, we'll have to move to, I had to download these photos into several sections here, and I'll try to see if I can fire it up here. And here's attachment number 2 right here. And it'll come up, and I'll come up here to the far left. I took this one here. These are paper towels. I didn't think they were paper towels. I thought when I took them that it was toilet paper. Okay, so I don't have, perhaps the price of the toilet paper is going to be even more than this, but these are 8 rolls of toilet, or excuse me, paper towels. And generally speaking, we wouldn't get these because they're just a waste. We're more of a family that would save and like would use cloths and stuff like that, and just even with cutting up, we have some older towels right now that are going to be stinky, and then we would cut them up. The older like bath towels that we'd cut them up and use them as towels. And look, we would tend to wipe things with towels and stuff like that. Or you can go to Dollarama, you can get packages of the microfiber towels and use that and then recycle them for much cheaper. We wouldn't tend to go. I thought this was toilet paper, but the price of paper towels for an 8-roll pack is $5.99. Here's a really important basic staple, and of course this thing has to be covering the price tag, and it says $5.93. So this is the 4-liter homogenized milk. I just took the 4-liter homogenized milk because there's all different kind of milk products. Generally, we don't buy milk. I like the coffee cream, and we do get the coffee cream in the 1-liter container, which is depending on the day. Today it was $3.75, but sometimes I guess when there's a surplus in the of the product, it can go down to $2.65, and then on those days I would get 2. But I would always try to get 1 because I don't like to, when I'm making a trip somewhere, I don't like to be empty-handed. Maybe we would get something like this, our family, once a month as a treat. And these, we do like this brand, and this brand was on display, and I thought I'd take a picture of it so I could display it in the video. And this brand is called Que Pasa chips, and just for the basic nachos is $5.29. There must be a lot of inflation in sort of prices like this, I'd imagine. I imagine that's the base price that a few years ago it would have been like $3.75. So that's even, perhaps it might even double in some ways. I don't know. This is an important one too. I took the fish section here, and it's very difficult to see the price tag, but this one here that's right in the middle and the one on the top, For the fish, half fish, there was $17.12. Generally speaking, the fish is about $21 for half a fish, sockeye salmon. We would get that a couple times a month. Our family from Japan, so we definitely find it a treat to have some salmon, and we would have that a couple times a month and enjoy it very much. I've got a really, I've really discovered a good way of cooking it here in Canada with onions and that, and it comes out really good. We do love it, but again, it's not some. Maybe in Japan we would probably have it twice a week, but here we're having it twice a month. Maybe in Japan it's also the fish comes already cut up in smaller pieces, a little bit. It's convenient to have it, and in Japan it's flavored with salt, and that's a it's just more popular with my wife, how the Japanese do it. We try not to get this too much. I did get a pack of sausages the other day, but I wanted to show that there is a good way to shop. And it's if you are shopping in bulk for things like these sausages, you'll get like a 10 pack for $10. So I'm not really, it's probably not all that good to be eating sausage or any of this kind of manufactured food, but actually I do enjoy it, and I would have sausage maybe with my wife once or twice a month. My kids really don't really like it. Uh, this is today. These were for $18, but these are just the ground beef, and we'd get either the ground beef or the ground beef, or the ground pork, or the ground pork and beef together. We our family from Japan, so pork has been a staple of our diet for very many years. So, and then when we get this, generally we get it. My wife is a very good shopper as well, and then in the mornings, if you go to No Frills, you can get the 30% off, and in the example that I took here, though, you see these for $18.95. But I think on the next picture, I did take a 30% sticker. This is very expensive. These were the best steaks I saw there today. And as you can see, for 3 steaks for $41. So basically, that's almost $13 a steak. Of course, it's 30% off. So you're probably down to now about $33, still $11 per steak. And that's something that we wouldn't buy. Sometimes you can... these 30% sales will bring, you'll come across a good cut of beef, but we would still have beef 2 days to maybe 2 days a week, but maybe we wouldn't be getting we like, obviously the meat that has the most fat in it is the tastiest. And yeah, this looks like a really good cut of meat here, and it's very tasty, but we would probably have a grade down sort of cut. And then this bacon, we've got a couple of packages on sale today. Some of the bacon price really, I don't always understand it, how like it can go very elastic in terms of its. You see right here, this Snyder's for this week was on $3.99, and then the yellow brand, and the yellow brand is this No Frills brand. Last week was $3.99, but it's moved up to $8. So I guess maybe what might be happening now that I'm talking about it here, like the supply of the yellow label and No Frills brand probably gets taken out of the market, and I don't understand why there's such like one price one week and up to $8 in the next week. I don't understand how that pricing strategy works by these companies. Today there was a sale on these watermelons. I bought some last week, and I think I bought them for $6.99, but I guess today they were for $4.94. But the watermelon, we got that last week. My wife did not find very tasty. I liked it, but she didn't find it tasty. I'm going to move here to the very final slide here. And oh, there it is right here. Yeah. And we'll go from the far. I would tend to I do a lot of exercise, and I'm just an active person, so I need a lot of potassium, and I would have a banana every day, and then I would buy bananas, but also my wife would take those bananas that get older, and then she would make a dessert out of it. And even now in the kitchen, my wife made a banana cake yesterday, which is very popular with the kids. And then this was the last one I got today. These are the I think they're called Honey Crisp apples for $6.88. Now last week they were on for $9.99, and I did buy them at $9.99, but I was really pissed off because it was on for $6.88 for several months. I like apples, and I like to have the apple seed for the Laetrile, and I do believe in like the Edward Griffin thing about the Laetrile and the apple seeds being an cancer treatment. So I always try to have apples as a form of health. And I also find if I have like an apple to end my day, I won't have a cake or anything like that. And I try to stay away from unnecessary carbohydrates as much as I can. I like carbs because I'm a very busy person too, but I would just say because I'm an older person, it's more important for me to be thin than it is for me to enjoy cake. So that's what an apple is for me. The strawberries today, like I'm a real bargain hunter, and you see today I got some strawberries, and we have 3 packs of these strawberries because we got 3 of them. I like them with bananas actually, and they were for 2.29 today. And I guess this might be a lost leader, but they were very good. And if there's a deal on something that looks fresh, we'll definitely get it. But strawberries, definitely in the wintertime, are something very expensive, and we wouldn't really. We would get some of the times we get it in the frozen package though, and we were enjoying it with the yogurt and some granola. But my wife would make the granola just out of straight oats, and we would just mix it and cook it in the oven. So yeah, we would enjoy being like in Japanese. You say the word setsuyaku, or like enjoy saving money and all the good habits that come with it. So making granola and being a good person around the house, it's just enjoyable for us. And here these how you say it, Olivier sort of tortellini pastas. I really like these, and they are a real treat, and my son likes them as well. And we have kind of a recipe that we like with the bacon and the mushrooms with this sort of pasta that we do. And I just saw it today, and I thought that I'd take a picture of it. And this is a sample of processed fruit. And right now that these this is a double pack. There's 2 packs. There's one. But for our family, maybe if you're a single person, a single pack would be good. So you could be having a meal of tortellini for, I guess, $3. But we're a family of 4, so that double pack is just exactly what we would never even open half of it. We'd open up both parts of it, and that was $5.99 at least. And that there's a few. I think there's 3 companies that come up with this product, and it is tasty. We do like it. As to whether it's good for you, I don't know. But that is basically as processed as we get. Now, my wife is a very good shopper about bread. I really don't like bread that much, but we do always have bread in our house. And there was a sale with this particular kind of bread this week. I guess I forget the name of it. It's kind of the standard. I think it's called Heavenly Hearth or something like that. But this is the standard bread, whole wheat bread, and it was going for $3 a loaf this week. And I did get one of them, and I did have 2 pieces of bread yesterday. Well, I would generally eat about maybe 4 pieces of bread myself during the week, but my wife likes a piece of bread in the morning. This is a sweet potato, and we're pretty used to like eating sweet potatoes in Japan, but in Canada, it's very difficult to understand how much you're going to pay for the sweet potato, because it's in Japan they usually can get a sweet potato for $1.99, but for example here it's $1.99 a pound, and we're always scared when we go to the register if we're buying a $10 sweet potato. But we do love sweet potatoes, but because of the pricing, at least of the pound pricing and stuff like that, sometimes we don't really like to get it because we don't know what we're going to pay for when we get to the cash register. This, I think, is the last slide. I really don't like to go down this aisle very much, but this is the liquid soap, and I thought it would be useful. And it is $10.77. My wife generally uses the powder. She's Japanese sort of truth remover, and has told her that the powder is a better product. So I think we use that now. And I think that's the final slide. Oh, and there's a few more. I'm sorry that I took the pickles after the soap. I thought the soap was the last one, but we would enjoy some pickles. And this brand is the cheapest, and they have $3 pickles. Yeah, some ways I think the pickles in some ways are cheaper than cucumbers actually. And $3 for those. And rice. Yeah, this rice has been really cheap lately. The rice that we normally get I couldn't find a really good picture of it, and it was for $14.99. But this is more of a standard Chinese rice. My wife doesn't like it, and for the big bag, I think it's a 10-kilogram bag. It was $16.99. In different months of the year, the rice could be much more expensive than this. But anyway, for rice, that was a $16.99. And I didn't take a picture of it, but I did buy some potatoes this week, a 10-pound bag for $5.99. So potatoes are very good when you buy them in bulk, and so is the rice when you time it. Again, the coffee and the rice, everything you can get, you can do. You can become a very good shopper if you time it. If you're going every day, we're lucky that we work for ourselves and we have our own company, so we can go and make the time to be good shoppers. But certainly, people who work a lot, who work on like tighter other company schedules and don't have flexibility in their schedules, have to shop when they can, and sometimes you can't get the bargains then. Anyhow, I think that's the final shot right there. And I just wanted to make a video today, just talking about what shopping is like here in Vancouver, British Columbia, uh, as of June of 2024. So if you're coming to Vancouver, you can understand. Generally speaking, for me, when I go to the supermarket, it's just me. I tend to spend about 30 to $40 to $50 every time I go, and that's just me. That's just me. My wife must spend the same, so we must be spending every month on groceries. Then between the two of us, uh, probably I would say $1,500 a month, and we're very good shoppers. But we want for nothing, and we don't really live a big fancy life, and we're happy that we have good food in our house, and that we have stores available that we can go and get this stuff from. I should say as well that the staff in both of the stores are very, very good, and especially the ones in the downtown store. We always go early in the morning, my wife and the people there, especially the ladies at the register. They've been always really gracious and kind to our family. Anyhow, another video here from the Vancouver Tokyo Man, reporting to you what the prices are like here in Vancouver, British Columbia, at the No Frills. And again, that was on 4th Avenue. Thank you again. Bye.